the Catechism of Perseverance. Course 1, Chapter 10. Knowledge of God. God considered in His works. End of the 5th day and beginning of the 6th day of the creation. Question. What further remark do you make on the birds? Answer. I further remark that the birds change from one country to another every year. At the approach of winter, they pass into those regions where they can find the food and warmth not to be obtained elsewhere. They make their passage at the proper time, without guide, or map, or provisions, and yet they never fail to reach their destination. It is Providence who feeds and conducts them. Question. Of what utility are birds? Answer. Birds are of great utility. Their flesh feeds us, their feathers serve for 1,000 purposes, their song delights us, and they deliver us from swarms of insects whose too great numbers would otherwise destroy the fruits and harvests. Question. Of what does God's goodness to birds remind us? Answer. God's goodness to birds reminds us of those words of our Lord. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing? And yet not one of them shall fall to the ground without your Father. Fear not, therefore, you are of more value than many sparrows. Question. What did God do on the 6th day? Answer. On the 6th day, God first created the domestic animals. By domestic animals are meant all the beasts destined to obey man, to aid him in his labor, and furnish him with food and raiment. It is for man, sinful man, they were created. Question. What are the principal qualities of the domestic animals? Answer. The principal qualities of the domestic animals are their docility, for they obey even a child. Their moderation in food, they eat but little, and are satisfied with such of the productions of the earth as are of least value. Finally, the attachment they have for us. They know their masters and are always ready to serve them. Question. What are the chief services they render us? Answer. Their chief services are to transport our produce or carry us with speed from one place to another, to till the fields, feed us with their milk, and clothe us with their fleeces. Question. What else did God do on the 6th day? Answer. On the 6th day also, God created the insects and reptiles. The wisdom and power of God do not shine forth less brilliantly in the creation of the smallest insect than in the creation of the firmament. Question. How is that shown? Answer. It is shown. 1. By the dress with which He has adorned the insects. He has clothed them with royal magnificence. Their covering displays all the brilliancy of purple, of gold, of diamonds, and all the richest colors. 2. By the means given them for their defense. 3. By the instruments furnished them for labor, for each one has its trade. Some are weavers, as the spider, other distillers, as the bee. All are chemists and mathematicians. That is, they know perfectly how to distinguish the plants which suit them. They know how to build their habitations to render them warm, commodious, agreeable, and sufficient to lodge themselves and their families.